Have you ever thought about the possibility that your attraction to girls is not one-sided? Have you ever realized that when you want to speak to this girl wants to be spoken to as well? Have you ever seen that getting horny is a human trait and not a male trait? Most likely the thought of girls fantasizing about you and girls wanting to fuck you has never entered your mind, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Now, why should you listen to me? I used to be unattractive to girls and also saw myself that way, but eventually I improved myself. The way I saw myself didn't improve though. And only when I realized, hey wait, I'm not that old loser anymore, only then I started attracting girls. So let's start out. First chapter, girls are horny as well. And I just want to tell you a story of a date I went on. Actually an instant date. I cold approached her and then we kind of agreed, oh yeah, let's go for drinks right now. So I'm like 45 minutes into this date. Be aware that this girl, she has never seen me before, and somehow she suddenly starts telling me about how she does like BDSM and how she has like kinky guys who like to be dominated. And she actually shows me text messages of a guy who's like, oh yeah, I wanna come see you, while I am on the date with her. And you might think, oh yeah, all goth chicks are fucking sluts. I bet my crush doesn't have like the horny side. I bet she's like a very innocent angel. Yeah, I know this is kind of a hot take, but girls are human as well. Crazy, right? Imagine the girls who go to the nightclub. Do you think they, like all of the girls say, yeah, I just go to the nightclub to dance with my friends and to have fun? But yeah, you're wearing slutty outfits with a cleavage this big because you want to have fun. You're totally grinding your booty against other guys because you just want to have fun. These girls dress up slutty and go to the nightclub because they are horny. They are going there because they know that's a great place to get male attention. So I want you to realize that the image you have of girls being those innocent beings, it's not true, bro. I'm sorry to tell you that. A girl who is not horny is just as rare as a guy who's not horny. And now, bro, name one guy who's not horny. Exactly. Every girl is horny, just like every guy is horny. And I just want to give you a disclaimer here, because her being horny, that does not mean she's horny for you, unfortunately. But that's not really a problem, because there's a lot of chicks out there, and one of them is going to be horny for you. You might not believe that, but it's true. Actually, I'm going to give you strategies how you can make girls hornier for you in the second chapter. We'll get to that in a second. But to wrap this chapter up, what you need to accept is that girls fuck. Okay, the girls you see on the train, they fuck. The girls you see in the gym, they give sloppy toppy. The girls in your school, I know they don't look like it, but they fuck. And you might think like, no, that's not true, they don't fuck. Yeah, they don't fuck with you. This fantasy that Disney movies have implanted into your head, saying like, oh yeah, you're going to find the wife quality girl and then you're going to get married and then you're going to be happily ever after. It's not true. These girls are fucking. The innocent angel does not exist. And that should make you think, wait, if these girls are fucking, why are they not fucking with me? That's why we're going to get in the second chapter, how to make girls hornier for you. And I just want to give you some props here, because most likely you're an above average guy. I mean, you're watching educational content, which is like a top 1% move. You might not believe this, but it's true. And most likely you've kind of realized that you don't want to be this average lazy motherfucker that all your friends are. You've been going to the gym, you've at least heard of NoFap when you try to establish in your life. You don't really scroll on Instagram anymore because you know it's just like fake dopamine, it's bad for you. And by the way, if you still do any of those things, like you're not in the gym, you're still playing video games, and you still watch porn, then bro, quit that shit immediately. Because these three things are just some examples that will improve your lifestyle, and a more attractive lifestyle will actually make more girls hornier for you. This is something I teach in my full course to the North Star Method, by the way. You can check it out in the first link in the description, but let's get going. So you're actually not as trash anymore as you used to be a year ago, when you were still like totally a fucking loser who did all of the bad habits every day. You've kind of improved yourself already. Now, you probably have a similar problem to what I used to have, is that you improved, but the image, the way you see yourself, has not adapted to this new version of yourself. So you still kind of enact those old beliefs instead of actually acting like the guy you've become now. If you actually were to behave like the person you are now and not the person you used to be a year ago, then literally more girls would be hornier for you because you are a better person now. And I just want to ask you, what do you think this occasional smile you get from a girl from time to time, what do you think this means? Like, you know, those sorts of smiles where you kind of make eye contact for like a split second and she kind of goes like this? You know what I mean, right? Why do you think this girl smiled at you like that? because she was horny for you, bro. You could have went up to her and started a conversation and she would have been happy that you started the conversation, but you were a pussy and you were thinking like, oh no, I bet she's just being nice. Totally, bro. Bro, the girls that are nice to you for a reason, okay? If you were like a fat, overweight, ugly ass motherfucker, then she would not have smiled at you. And when you think, oh, that she was just being nice, that's still your old self-image. That's still the loser version of you. Think like, oh yeah, I don't really deserve the attraction of girls. Now, if you were to update that self-image and see yourself as the winner version that you are now, then you'd see, oh fuck, she smiled at me because she fucking wants my cock. So it comes down to updating your self-image from the loser version to the improved version of yourself. And how do you do that? Actually, it's quite simple. All you need to do is to think about your wins more. Okay, and you feel like, oh, that's so stupid, but think about it. How often do you think positively about yourself? Never. Like, most likely your brain is kind of like your enemy and it just fucking keeps on hating on you, tells you, oh, you're still skinny, oh man, you should have pushed that last rep, you're still a bitch, oh man, that girl didn't look at you, she fucking hates you, you're so fucking ugly, you're never worthy of attraction, you're a piece of shit. This is literally how most people think. Most people have like a permanent hater inside of their head. What you need to do is to kick that hater out and replace him with a guy who thinks positively about you, who reminds you, hey man, you've been literally disciplined in the gym for a year straight now. You've improved your body from like the average guy to literally a top 30% already. Make your brain be nice to you instead of letting it hate on you for free the entire day. Literally, it's that simple. And you might think, oh, but that's arrogant as fuck. I don't want to like boast about myself in my head. Bro, nobody is going to hear. Like literally, you can hype yourself up. You can literally be evil in your head. You think like, oh yeah, I'm taller than this guy. He's such a fucking pussy. Look, he didn't even push the last rep. He's such a fucking pussy. I'm 10 times better than this guy. Of course, you don't have to tell that to that guy. And I know this just sounds arrogant when I think, oh yeah, like I'm more like 80% of motherfuckers. I'd rather be called arrogant than being a humble, happy guy who fucking gets no pussy at all. And that's exactly the same thing I want for you. I rather want you to be called arrogant by some fucking chumps you don't give a fuck about anyways because they're skinny fat, than being a humble little happy guy and getting the approval of these motherfuckers you don't even care about anyways. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to think positively about yourself, and especially you're going to think about how you are better than other people. Because once you carry that belief inside of you and you really internalized it, literally girls will be able to pick that up, that you think you're hot shit, that you, because it reflects on the way you talk, it reflects on the way you walk, how you speak to women, how you look at women. Like, women are great at deciphering the subtle signals guys send, and when you send those signals, she will literally get hornier for you. Now, one more thing that you need to keep in mind is that updating your self-image is like a continuous process. You still have the old self-image from you like a year ago, you need to update it to right now, but since you are still making progress, in a year from now, you will have to update your self-image again. So ideally you want to update your self-image pretty much every day by thinking about you positively every day. But you're probably going to watch this video and then you're going to forget about it, but like in a month, maybe put a reminder in your calendar to really just take half an hour and think, oh yeah, fuck, I improved this much in those areas. Time to really internalize this into my personality. Okay, so that's how you can make girls hornier for you. The last thing that you need to know is that them being horny for you will not be enough. You will still need to start the conversation with her, because otherwise she's just gonna have a crush on you. She's going to look at you in the gym like this every day, and she's not gonna make any moves. You're going to have to make the move on her, which is cold approach. Also something I teach in the North Star method, by the way. Check out the first link in the description. Otherwise, you can click and watch this video to keep on learning, or subscribe to the channel right here. I'll see you in the next one, bro. Hey.